So, new chart I want to show everybody. This was put together using numbers from our wars in the Middle East. This is for the war in Afghanistan in particular. Congress gave $2 trillion to 5 weapons companies during the Afghanistan war. The top 5 military contractors received $2.02 trillion in public funds between October 2001 and August 2021. And you could see there the exact companies we're talking about: Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, General Dynamics, Boeing, and Northrop Grumman. So you could see all along from 2002 was relatively consistent, big spike in 2006. You had throughout the years of the surge, it maintained this peak level. The only year it appears to have dipped was 2015 a little bit, but even the 2015 dip was just below surge levels. And then you have the steady climb under the Trump years, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I mean, this is just through the roof with these contracts, oftentimes these no-bid contracts for the military-industrial complex, for the so-called defense contractors. And you could see the biggest beneficiary was probably Lockheed Martin, followed by Raytheon, then General Dynamics, then Boeing, and then Northrop Grumman. So this is one of the real reasons for the war. That's not the only reason for the war, but this is one of the real reasons for the war. That you had this group of military-industrial complex elites who understand that war is a business. And a lot of these politicians who are elected took a lot of campaign money from these companies. And then when they get into power, they return the favor and give more contracts to these corporations. And we get screwed as a result of it, and the civilians in Afghanistan get screwed even more, and U.S. soldiers, U.S. servicemen and women get screwed as well. So this is exactly what Dwight Eisenhower warned against. Exactly. We played that clip for you on the show the other week, where he talks about the military-industrial complex. And he says this is a perverse set of incentives, and it's going to go wrong, and it's going to go bad, and you got to watch out. Well, here we are. Here we are. His nightmare came to reality. And so this is just for Afghanistan, by the way. Forget it. When you add Iraq, these people made out like bandits. And by the way, they oftentimes don't deliver on the things that they're supposed to deliver on. Remember that there was a documentary that came out. Highly recommend you guys watch this. Go look for it right now. It's called Iraq for Sale, The War Profiteers. Go look for that documentary. And what you'll see is the entire thing was a grift. So they would pay exorbitant rates for these contractors to come in and work on a military base, and oftentimes the electrical wiring was so shoddy that people got electrocuted in the showers while they were there. They would, price gouge, and a 6-pack of Coke would go for some ridiculous amount of money, like $50 or some shit. And the taxpayers would be charged, of course. So it's military-industrial complex contractors. It's other contractors as well. I mean, the whole thing was a grift, and there are some people who got phenomenally wealthy and didn't deliver on what they were supposed to deliver on. And we haven't even gotten into the trillions of dollars in mineral wealth that's in Afghanistan and the opium, and in Iraq it's the oil, and we got to keep China and Russia at bay. So imperialism was driving this, profit and capitalism was driving this. This is what it's really about. Now, when all is said and done, it'll be up to $7 trillion that's been spent in our Middle East wars by 2053. $7 trillion. Do you have any idea what $7 trillion could have bought here at home? Any idea? You could have rebuilt our entire infrastructure twice over and made it the best infrastructure in the world. It's a crime. We don't have free healthcare here. We don't have free college here. We have medical debt. We have student debt. We don't have paid vacation time. All these things that this money could have gone towards. Instead, it went right into the pockets of Lockheed Martin and Raytheon and General Dynamics and Boeing and the rest of them. Criminals, man. Criminals. You've heard me say this on the show before as well, but I really think that corruption should be treated in the same class as the worst possible felonies, like murder, rape, because that really just destroys the fabric of a nation. And we've been watching the slow motion collapse of the nation over a long time now. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal, Kyle, and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.